So finally, we managed to get in contact. We managed to be connected. So I'm very, very happy that I can finally now really welcome Gabriella MOSSYRSCH from Austria. We had not even had time to talk about where are you now at the moment and where we are talking from, like to each other. So I'm very happy to welcome you, Gabriella, and I'm so glad that you can talk about your experience at the World Harp Congress in Vienna, because you were performing there not only tile fair sonata, but you were performing also tire sublimation, which was a very modern piece for that time. So I would be very happy if you can just say many memories you have, not only from that congress, but of course talk about yourself. So welcome, Gabriella.
Hello. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm so glad to be with you and with the Harp family. And also this on the online streaming. It's really a great and wonderful idea. With these old videos from 1987, I didn't knew that they exist. It's such a interesting thing. And I think it's also the historical point of view and this documentation, it's so important, and it's a great idea. Yes, it was in Jena, 1987 in Jena, and it was the first Harp Congress in Jena. And for me, I was born in Vienna, and at this time I was studying in Paris. But anyway, it was for me very interesting to see so many harpists from all over the world. Especially you, I know very well. You played the Grand Genie Haydn Fantasy, and I thought, wow, she is playing great. And um, for me, it was also the first time that I could see harpists from the eastern countries, also Vera Dulova or Tatiana Tower, I can remember. And it was at this time, I think in Vienna, the presence of the Iron Curtain, it was always there. And it was for me it was a little bit mystery what happens behind the curtain. And I had to imagine that the Western Europe stopped in the east of Austria, in Vienna. And also the train station, the main train station, it was closed. They train from Western Europe, and they stopped in Vienna. It was not possible to go to Prague, to Bratislava, to Budapest. And so I had the chance to support a little bit the organization of this Harp Congress, and I could pick up Vera Bulova from the train station and take her to the center of Vienna. And it was such a big thing for me. It was really, I was so excited about it. And she was such a lovely person. It was, oh, she was so nice. And I can remember she was playing the Lucia cadenza. I was very impressed because it was so musically and honest, and so with a warm style, and with a golden sound in the harp. It was very interesting.
Absolutely. We will hear this performance on Tuesday at 5 o'clock our time, I mean European time. So
Okay.
you will get this memory back, of course.
Yes, it's good. Yeah. And now I'm really happy that this moment changed, and now the borders are open, especially now, not, but they are open, I mean, and there is no more darkness. There is Everything is bright, and we can exchange the musician. We have we have an open society, and this is very productive, I think, and it is really important. And I hope it will be for a long time in this way, and it will never stop. And also in this spirit, I think your idea and your organization to make this online Harp Congress, to not to stop and to say now we I mean, fear is not an option, and we cannot discuss with each other. And we have, but we have the possibility to make it in this way, and this is very, very important, I think, and it's very good. Yeah.
That's very nice. And tell me, you were performing at the World Harp Congress at the concert of the Austrian harpist.
Yes.
Yes, you were still a student at the time, and you were already professional harpist working at some orchestra or somewhere, or how was it?
No. I started learning harp with 9 years, and I worked with Hubert Jelinek. He was the harpist of the Wiener Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra. And then he died, and I was going to Graz at the Musikhochschule, it was called, and I was finishing my studies there, my concert diploma, when I was 18 years old. And then so now I think I have to make something more. And I went to Paris to Brigitte Silvestre, and I was with her, and it was really very, very important for me to have the impression of other harpist world, also of other kind, to understand and to work in the music, because in Austria we are very open to the rubato music, and it's really wonderful what the musicians here are doing, and we have naturally we have to go with the harp with them. But in Paris it was another way to work on the harp, and another way to understand the music, and to work the technique, and to work with metronome in a different style. And this was very interesting and very important for me. And I think it's important for everybody to understand where is music made in other points of the world.
And when you were performing in Vienna, have you been already studying in Paris, or yeah?
Yes, I was in Paris, and so I played the sonata from Taillefer, and the Sublimation from Yoshisha Taira. So it was Taira was living in Paris, and he worked with French harpists. So it was a French program in this way. Yes, yeah. And for me it was also very important to play also contemporary music, as also at the moment. I think we have to do it. We have to work with composer, and we have to speak with them, and we have to ask, is it the sound you wanted to hear, and we have to say to them, what your this music is sounds on the harp in this way, and we have to create with them, and we have to support them, and we have to be with them, and it's the music of our life and of our time. And now I am in the orchestra of the Volksoper, and I was at the moment of the Congress. I was not there. I could go in the orchestra, I think 2 years later. And there we are playing operas and operettas, and I love it to be harpist in the orchestra. It's such a wonderful thing. But at the same time, I love to play a bohème, or I love to play Lantis Legends, and also to play contemporary music. I think it's really a good balance.
Absolutely, absolutely. But when you mentioned, as we know from the program, that you were playing Taira, it has been totally new music. It has been totally new piece, right? Have you played it? Do you know exactly when it was written, and if it was premiere in Vienna? Maybe it was the first performance in Vienna.
This could be. Yes, it was the first performance in Austria. It could be. Yes, I didn't care about it, but it's possible. Yeah.
But you were very young, so you were really a student. It's very clear from the video, which we will hear after our interview. So you were, and you just came for the Congress, but you were still continuing to study in Paris afterwards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how long have you been in Paris? How long have you been studying there?
Oh, 3 years.
3 years.
3 yes.
Okay.
It was very first thing, and then was making the degree superieur, and yes, then I stopped because I was just in the orchestra of the Volksoper, and it was a little bit too much to do. Also entering in the orchestra with repertoire, in repertoire theater, it's not so easy for us on the harp because there are no rehearsals. Sometimes I had to play poem without rehearsal, so you have to prepare really well, and you need time, and to make a study in Paris also needs time. So I said no, I will continue in the Volksoper, and I will continue to practice as well. So
that's wonderful.
yeah.
And I knew, and I sure that everybody knows the flutist who unfortunately passed away last year, Hans-Georg Schmeisser. He was from your orchestra as well.
Yes, it was. He was from my orchestra. Yeah, it was in the summer of the year, and it was terrible for us because it was unbelievable. I know you played with him many concerts.
Indeed, yeah, and we met actually just 2 months before on the flight from Tokyo to Vienna. We just coincidentally met at the business class. We were sitting next to each other, and we didn't know that we were both in Tokyo and that we are flying both at the same flight to Vienna. It was just like somehow goodbye to say to each other just on that flight. So, and of course, nobody has expected, but I don't want to I only want to say that it's somehow when you said that this, so I wanted to mention because he deserves to not be forgotten. He was a wonderful person, wonderful teacher, wonderful flutist, of course, and wonderful, musician. So
he was especially he was a wonderful teacher, and of course a flutist and colleague, and he was always full of jokes, and he was funny, and he was a nice person.
Indeed, yeah. So Gabriella, tell me now, you are what is now your time like? Because of course also your orchestra is now certainly blocked and you cannot play. So how does it look like now for you? What you do during these days?
Yes, the Volksoper is closed, so we everybody's at home, and Austria now they open a little bit the social life. It's you can go out, you can go to buy something, you can meet friends, but with 2 meters distance, and so I think it's sad at the moment without work, without work, and we are not more this what we are. We are harpists, we are musicians, and now we are nothing in this way. At the same times, I like it to stay at home. The head is free, and I can work on the harp what I want to work and what is important for me. I have not to be able to play something because I want to hear it. I can really think about my own way on the harp. And this is really interesting. I love it. I love this in this way. I love this situation at the moment. I don't like that there is fear in society, and because that's not healthy for the head. And I see it also the young students they need support, and I try to give it. I working at the MOOC in Musik und Kunst und University of the City of Jana, and we make now e-learning. It's okay. It's not so bad as you think. It's okay, and we have different ideas how we can make Klassenabende online with YouTube channel or with Moodle and Teams and something like this. This is okay, and they work good. But I think it's very important to say to the students, work and make it and go on and try to be better. It's not interesting what happens outside, and be focused. And it's, I think, very important to speak with them. And I'm making methodic with other students, and this is no problem because we make it e-learning. It's real distance learning is really no problem. And then I in German Unterrichtspraxis. So I have to support, I have to make supervision for a student. She is working with children. And so also this is pretty good. I'm on the computer, on the tablet, and I can see how they work together, and then I make my supervision, and it works. So the values change, and we have to change too.
Absolutely, that's very true, and we have to adjust to this situation as well. And also, Gabriella, as you mentioned that you were part of the organization of the World Harp Congress in Vienna, maybe you can tell us if you remember something, not only that you were taking Vera Dulova to the city and that you have this kind of memory of her as a person. Do you have any other memories from that part when you were organizing also with Mr. Molnar that Congress?
I could understand you very well.
I think that we have really not a very good connection now. Yeah, the connection is getting a little bit worse. So I hope that we will get into the good connection soon. I just wanted to know, as you were organizing part of the organization of the World Harp Congress in Vienna, do you have any memories on Mr. Molnar and all other people?
Yes, of course. I know Mr. Molnar because he's Viennese. He was born in Vienna too, and I think he's also half Hungarian. It's possible. I don't know. But then he went to Japan after the World War, and yeah, he rested there. But anyway, he was very on the wide connection. He was very good, and so I could learn him know, of course. Yeah. Yes.
And for this organization, did you meet also closer other people than Vera Dulova, who you were spending time together, or have you had chance to chat with other people who were the guests from the Congress?
No, for the organization, when I understood well now, in the organization, I didn't make something more. No, I was only the drive of Vera Dulova. That was all.
And do you have any memories on her, what she was talking about? Or because she was really very energetic lady, she was really a personality who is not able to be replaced. So do you have any memories?
I'm so sorry. I cannot understand you.
Yeah, I'm so
Please,
sorry.
would you repeat?
Your connection, it's really not good, and that's why it is. You are blocking also with the picture. I'm just afraid that we will need to somehow maybe make the interview again in the future when you will have better connection. Maybe you can ask some other people because this is really working now. So maybe I will only like to thank you very much for, even it was very short but very beautiful what you were already sharing now with us, and I'm sure that we will manage with better connection in the very near future, that we can really hear each other, because now you are really shaking, the picture is not really stable, and your talk either, and you cannot hear me. So I'm so sorry for this, but I hope we will see very soon. I wish you all my best, and I'm looking forward.
Thank you so much.
everybody, I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow. We will have Moya Wright, as I said already before, and I hope that we will be able to invite Gabriella MOSSYRSCH again when she will have better connection, and that we can really speak more and fluently about all what we are having from the past. So I wish you good luck and all my best wishes, and stay safe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gabriella.
Thank you.